Someone I get along very well with on and off the court. Again, another physical battle, but obviously against an opponent that was, playing on a high level. So I'm glad to overcome it. I was really blown away by how inspired she was. I mean, I was blown away by watching great athletes
Hey everyone, I hope you're doing amazing today. Because listen, absolutely nobody saw this twist coming. Not the tennis world, not the WTA, and definitely not Alex Eala herself. Then, Novak Djokovic walked into a press conference and girl, hold up. He dropped a statement that rippled through every court, every locker room, and every inch of the sport. He looked straight into the camera and calmly revealed that he's actively searching for a chance to team up with Alex Eala in mixed doubles at the Stuttgart Open. Just like that. No build-up, no whispers, no behind-the-scenes chatter. A bold, public, on-the-record announcement from the most dominant champion the sport has ever seen. And for a moment, the entire tennis world just froze. Now, before we break down exactly what Djokovic said and what this could mean for Eala, her rising career, and the whole women's game, there's something important you need to know. Because moments like this don't just appear out of thin air. There's a story behind it, a real foundation that led to this moment. And once you hear that story, trust me, this announcement suddenly makes perfect sense.
I would love to play mixed doubles, of course, with Novak.
Here's the part most people completely missed. It was actually Alex Eala who first floated this idea out into the universe. She had openly shared her admiration and genuine excitement about the possibility of one day stepping onto the same court as Novak Djokovic. In her calm, respectful way, she made it clear that teaming up with a legend of his caliber would be one of the most unforgettable moments of her tennis journey. And you could hear the sincerity in her voice, the kind that only comes from someone who truly loves the game and deeply respects what greatness looks like up close. Then Djokovic heard it. Not with a casual nod, not with a quick social media reaction, but with a press conference that basically told the entire tennis world, I want her as my partner. Now hold up, because we need to understand what it actually means when Novak Djokovic says your name like that in a press conference. This isn't just another voice in the sport. This is a man who has spent decades staring down the most pressure-packed moments tennis has ever seen and never once flinched. When he speaks, tournament directors, WTA officials, rivals, and fans across every continent lean in and listen. And right now, every one of them just heard him say Eala's name with intention, with confidence, and with the full weight of a legendary career backing it up. Reports say he has been supporting Eala since the Australian Open, where he praised her and highlighted her as one of the most significant tennis talents ever to emerge from the Philippines. So no, this isn't bandwagon hype or a sudden trend. This is a steady belief in who she is and who she might become. Djokovic has been consistent, he has been vocal, and now he's taken that support to a level nobody in the tennis world expected when this year first began.
With Alex Eala, that's been a talk, and which is understandable. There's some players coming from respective countries, like she's coming from Philippines, which is now a big deal. She's been the biggest ever, tennis player from that country, which is a big country, and there's a big interest.
The reason Djokovic's belief in Eala runs this deep comes down to something he experienced firsthand. He wasn't just watching her highlights from afar. Reports say he actually shared an on-court training session with Eala, and from everything we've heard, he loved every minute of it. He even said it was genuinely fun having her on the court with him. Then he dropped the line that really made people pause. He said she is actually good. Now hold up, because that might sound like a simple compliment, but when those words come from Novak Djokovic, they carry a completely different weight. This is a player who has stood across the net from some of the greatest athletes the sport has ever produced. He understands elite ball striking on a level most players can only dream about. He recognizes timing, anticipation, and touches the instant he sees it. So when he says a player is actually good after hitting with her in real time, that's a champion recognizing real quality in a rising talent. That's not hype talking, that's experience speaking. That's the standard of someone who has spent decades competing at the absolute peak of the sport. And he didn't stop there. He even said Eala is great to watch on television, but somehow even better when you see her up close. He called her an incredible athlete, someone steadily building her place in the WTA for all the right reasons. Not for drama, not for headlines, for the right reasons. Her tennis, her work ethic, her mindset, her discipline. Those are the observations of a man who isn't impressed by a lucky result or a flashy scoreline. Those are the words of someone who looked closely and spotted something real, something that can't be staged or manufactured. But listen, because this is where the Stuttgart moment becomes even bigger. Djokovic isn't just responding to Eala's talent, he's responding to her character. And in professional tennis, those two things are very different currencies.
After her exit at Indian Wells, something interesting reportedly happened behind the scenes. Djokovic made time to visit Eala. But here's the part that really stands out. He didn't dwell on the loss itself. Instead, he paid attention to what she did immediately after. He admired how quickly she locked back in, how she returned straight to work, how she shifted her focus toward the next challenge without wasting even a single day on self-pity or hesitation. In Djokovic's eyes, that reaction said everything. Not the win, not the hype, not the spotlight. The response, the discipline, the willingness to step right back onto the training court and keep building, even when the cameras had just captured a difficult moment. He has spoken passionately about how Eala, through relentless work ethic and unwavering dedication, has helped place the Philippines firmly on the global tennis map, and he believes that impact could echo through the sport for generations. That's the version of Alex Eala Djokovic wants beside him on the Stuttgart court, not just the athlete, but the competitor, the person who reveals her true character not when everything is perfect, but when things get tough. Now hold up, because this is where the story takes another turn. This isn't just a feel-good partnership moment. This is Djokovic sending a message to the WTA, a loud one. Remember, this is the same player who spoke out during the Australian Open. He directly urged the WTA to carefully manage Eala's schedule and court assignments in a way that reflects her growing status. He pushed for her matches to be placed on courts where fans could pack the seats and create the atmosphere her rise deserves. Courts where the energy actually matches the scale of what she's achieving. Courts where she feels the value of her talent is reflected in her. So by publicly asking for Eala as his mixed doubles partner in Stuttgart, Djokovic is doing that all over again. He's pushing the conversation forward. He's making it almost impossible for anyone in the tennis world to overlook her. And here's the thing, the wave of support around Eala right now stretches far beyond Djokovic. Jessica Pegula has already said that anyone truly watching women's tennis can see the potential Eala is bringing to the WTA. Even Rafael Nadal, one of the most respected voices the sport has ever known, has consistently offered encouragement throughout her journey. And former world #1 Kim Clijsters has openly praised the extraordinary dedication that sits at the core of Eala's recent rise.
When Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, Jessica Pegula, and Kim Clijsters all point in the same direction, listen carefully, because that's not a coincidence. That's the sport recognizing something real and refusing to stay silent about it. And through all this attention, through the pressure of an entire nation watching her every move, Alex Eala has handled the moment with remarkable grace. Honestly, it's impressive to watch. She hasn't fired back with a single negative comment toward critics or doubters. Instead, she's made it clear that she chooses to see everything through a positive lens. Even when situations feel unfair, she refuses to let negativity shape how she moves forward. Now hold up for a second, because carrying the hopes of an entire country is not easy. Becoming a symbol for a generation is not easy. But Eala has stayed grounded through it all. She's stayed humble. And the composure she's showing right now speaks volumes about her maturity and about how ready she is for what comes next. So here we are. The Stuttgart Open is getting closer, and suddenly the entire tennis world is asking the same question. Will we actually see Novak Djokovic and Alex Eala walk onto that court together as mixed doubles partners? Because if that moment happens, just picture it for a second. The greatest champion tennis has ever seen, standing beside the most exciting young star the Philippines has ever produced. 2 champions, 2 generations, 1 court, 1 moment. The sport will be remembered for years. Think about how this story started. Alex Eala simply expressed admiration for a legend, and that legend turned around and told the entire world he wants her on his side of the net. Trust me, Stuttgart suddenly can't arrive fast enough. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.